Good morning, gardeners. It is July 10th, and in case you missed it, I left my garden for 10 days. I left it in the hands of my husband, who has zero gardening experience. And let's see how things have changed. I'll link the original video if you want to take a look and compare in the description below. But just from looking out the window, I can tell you a lot has changed. While I was gone, my husband harvested the very first ridge gourd. He sent me a picture. He said, "This is turning brown. Is that normal? Should I do anything?" And that's inside, so I'm going to peel it and show you guys what that looks like. But looks like I've had a lot of loofah come in while I was gone too. I actually am bumping my head on them now. Not a bad problem to have. The watermelon I left to harvest later because I wasn't confident that it was ripe yet. Has not split, so that's really good. We've had a lot of rain here while I was gone, so I'm glad that held up okay. I also threw some honeydew seeds in here, and it looks like they have started sprouting up in a couple places. And I do some weeding. This is where my corn was before I left, but I cut it all down to make room for the next planting since corn was all over. Like the sunflowers have run their course, so I will be checking these seed heads to see where we are with harvesting those. Holy squash. It looks like one may have gotten away from him. Yeah, it's a big one. Speaking of squash, I had thinned these out massively and did not really expect most of them to recover thanks to squash vine borers and this lovely blight that I was dealing with. But look, to come back and I've got fruits and lots of flowers. So it looks like they've made a good recovery. I'm going to do another injection of BT tonight. Since it's been over a week since I've had a chance to do that, and I'm sure they need it for those lovely squash vine borers. But good grief, that's a monster. Oh, good Lord. Oh man, that thing is large. Oh wow. All right, squash for dinner? Now, one of the challenges I gave him were harvesting the green beans daily. These things hide. I'm pretty good at finding all their hiding spots. I kind of know where to look now. But even I'll miss some from time to time. So I'm curious to see how many monster green beans he may have missed while I was gone. Okay, well, he definitely missed a few. There's a few fat boys in there, but overall, not bad. He found most of their hiding spots. Oh, I did not have melons on this when I left. So I guess we can confirm this is the NS de Marique melon, because that is not a honeydew. Wow, this thing got massive. Let's just take a step back. I'm gonna have to reel it back in before it takes over my neighbor's yard. Wow. My husband did pick a handful of banana peppers when I was gone, and there were really only 5 on the plant, but it looks like they leveled up. We've got a whole lot more peppers. Eggplant looks about the same. I did have one little eggplant going on there. That's pretty close to getting there, so I'll have some more eggplant here soon. It looks like my cauliflower outgrew their little tents and may have started to bolt, so I'll have to pick these here. I mean, it's July. It's way too hot for them, so I'm shocked that they lasted this long, so I'm not exactly upset. He did nothing wrong. I told him to ignore him. Oh dear, what's happening here? I'm looking at, I don't see any damage from hornworms. It looks like the entire branch just died. I don't see any damage anywhere like it was broken. Alright, so I will add tomato maintenance onto my list. I mean, other parts of the plant look okay. A little dead in there too. But the other tomato plants look great. He's been picking tomatoes like they're going on a style. I am drowning in cherry tomatoes. We got some more cauliflower. It's definitely sunburned. It should still taste fine. I think I got to it in time. Where there is a will, there's a way. That is a Tidy Treats tomato that I ran out of room for and never even made it out of the pot, and it's got ripe tomatoes on it. Okay, I honestly have no idea what I'm looking at. There is something inside this small cauliflower. I really don't have a clue. So yeah, let's cut it open and see what it is. It's lovely. Ah! That's nasty. Oh, it's still alive. Oh, God. I have no idea what kind of caterpillar that is, but, well, that's gross. Well, I had plopped a mystery melon seedling that sprouted, randomly somewhere else, and this has grown a bit since I left. Any melons on it yet? No, but we got some flowers starting. So I guess it's still a mystery. The Tidy Treats tomatoes are looking good. They started producing while I was gone. Henry was able to pick a few nice red tomatoes. Well, it looks like the pepper seedlings disappeared. Either slugs, snails, earwigs. They were tiny, but I was hopeful. The squash that I planted right before, like the day before I left, as a backup plan to the squash that had already been attacked by vine borers, is looking really good, really healthy. And I think that's a melon. It should be a banana melon. It's all looking really good too. Alright, so overall, back here, I've got some weeding to do, for sure. A little bit of harvesting, some tending to cherry tomatoes, because I'm really not sure what's going on here. I'll have to take a closer look at this. Maybe when it's not so hot out. The backyard overall doesn't look too shabby. I'm sad that I missed the gloriousness of sunflowers at their peak, but these are looking pretty good. Should be getting some seeds off of those soon. Probably take them in so the birds don't get to them here in a couple days. And this is the ridge gourd my husband had picked while I was gone. You can hear the seeds rattling around in it. It's quite hard. I can't really squeeze it, but it's extraordinarily light. I am going to peel this, crack it open to pull out the sponge, and I think I'll do that on another video so I can take you along with me. But my first ever ridge gourd grown. First year trying, first one harvested, so I'm curious to see what's inside. I went to the front yard where things can change really fast because a lot of it's containerized. It looks like we have some leaf die off on the papaya, but I really don't think that's anything that he did. I think they might just be old leaves, not a problem. Dragon fruit. Holy crap. Those are 2 new segments since I left. Okay. Ew. My passion flower or maypop looks like it needs a little bit of love and water, but oh, is that what I think it is? I think it is. I'll have to look it up to be sure, but I'm pretty sure that's the caterpillar of the Gulf Frutili butterfly, which is host to native maypops. Which is perfectly fine if they munch on this. They're not going to do too much damage to it in the long run. And I'll get pretty butterflies. Let's see, can I focus in on another one? I'm going to double check just to be sure that this is what I think it is, because otherwise I'm going to be mad. Holy cow. This bloomed while I was gone. Oh, I think it's a mammoth sunflower. I don't know. I threw a bunch of seeds in different places and I can't remember which one I put where. But that is absolutely stunning. It's massive. It's reached the second floor balcony of my house. Samara's got some blooms and some color. The canna lily has started absolutely taking off and shooting up blooms. But I'm curious about this watermelon. Well, she's looking good so far. No blossom end rot that I can see. This is the orange tender sweet, and I'm pretty sure there's another one in here somewhere. Hopefully it's still here. Man, I've got a lot of weeding to do. All right, let me squeeze in here. Yeah, that one's looking good too. Oh no, it's starting to rain. I'm not seeing any more melons. It looks like really only 2 on 2 vines. So that's a little bit of a disappointment, but I suffer on watermelons. So I was going over here to take a look at the goji berry because my husband was sending photos that he was harvesting some goji berry and happened to notice all that bird poop right next to my front door. And it looks like the barn swallows are back. They already laid eggs once this year and it seems like they're doing another round. Look at those little babies up there. Yep. So we'll have a front door hazard for a little longer. Strawberries are a little bit thirsty. Went ahead and gave them some water. I was keeping an eye on these because I have cameras here. And it seemed like he had a little trouble keeping it watered throughout the week. But overall, still harvesting. Looks like we may have some pest pressure though. I'll have to see what I can pick off of these. But hey, they're still producing, which I'm happy about. I was afraid that the last strawberries I picked were the last ones I was going to pick for the season because they had started slowing down. That's not too bad. Oh, hey, little friend. And I'm happy to say I still have some of the golden raspberries left. He's been enjoying those while I've been gone. They've been slowing down, so I wasn't sure if I was going to come back to anything of these either, but looks like I'll have berries for breakfast again. And I didn't miss all of the sunflowers. I got back in time to see their second round, although the main heads that they put on right before I left have pretty much died off, but we still have a good flush. Overall, I have to say I am very happy. I don't see anything too catastrophic that happened. Some of the containerized plants suffered a little bit. They didn't get quite as much water as they could have, but they're not irreparably damaged. I can get them to come back. They just need a good watering. I've got a little bit of pest damage in the main vegetable garden. Had a couple fragile seedlings die off, but it's not the end of the world. They were planted on a prayer, basically. I didn't know if anything would come of them anyway. But yeah, overall, he didn't do a bad job. Although that massive zucchini is comically large. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with that one. So I've got some work to do, got some cleanup to do, got some weeding and pruning to do. But thanks for joining me on my garden tour after vacation. I'll see you next time.